I'm Rich Carroll. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. The Flagler County Sheriff's Office has a place to call home in Palm Coast. Amy Cherry has the story.
Sheriff Rick Staley.
Gives us a permanent home for the first time in 40 years. Sheriffs have been leasing facilities, and we've been a nomad moving around. And this gives us a permanent home to serve the city residents of Palm Coast. We're building a new operations center in the south end of Bunnell in a county complex. So we really will have a north and a south.
County Administrator Jerry Cameron says this new space will save taxpayers $50,000 a year.
This is tailor-made for law enforcement. This is absolutely one of the best designs you could have for a 4,300 square foot station. It's much more secure, and the evidence is in the vault.
Staley says while the new District 2 office won't improve response times, it does provide a professional workspace for staff and serves as a place for the public to visit for various needs.
They can come if they need to see a public safety officer, pick up a report. They can come here. They don't have to go to Bunnell, so it improves the service levels.
Inmates at the Flagler County Jail helped beautify the outside of the bank building turned sheriff's office, located at 14 Palm Harbor Village Way, doing all the landscaping, further saving taxpayer dollars.
A new racket center is coming to Palm Coast. John Arking has more.
On Tuesday, Palm Coast City Council voted 3-2 to approve a contract for construction of a $5.75 million regional racket center. It'll be called the Palm Coast Riley Opelka Racket Center and include a clubhouse and 6 to 12 pickleball courts in its first phase, with future phases adding new courts as well as more parking and restroom facilities. Councilman Ed Danko, though, said he needed more information before making such a big decision.
I'd really like to hear more from the public. And I think we've done a great job recently with doing our surveys on sanitation, the survey we're doing now on signage. I think it would be great if we did a survey. I'd like to amend the agenda and make a motion that we table this and do a survey and get a few more answers to the questions that came up tonight from our citizens.
There wasn't support to table the motion, which ended up passing. Mayor Melissa Holland says the facility represents an investment in the community's future.
For those that want to play pickleball and want to participate in tournament play, for those that want to continue to grow the game of tennis, for the next generation of tennis players and pickleball players, and partnering with our school district to offer the next generation a place for team play, organized sports. That's our investment in public safety as well.
A sports medicine element will be part of the facility thanks to a partnership with Advent Health and MedNexus, while a restaurant and community space will also be added. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arkin.
Flagler County makes its own bit of history with its first aerial ignition prescribed fire. Karen Johnson reports.
The first prescribed fire utilizing Fireflight equipped with an aerial ignition machine set fire to 85 acres within Princess Place Preserve. Flagler County fire officials say there was a lot of experience in the helicopter used. More from Flagler County Public Information Officer Julie Murphy.
And there are just certain circumstances where using this aerial ignition process is better for achieving your goals and objectives for the prescribed fire than lighting it from the ground. This was one of those situations. It allows us to manage the intensity of the fire over a larger area.
Murphy also says that by starting multiple small fires within the unit, the fuel is consumed at a lower intensity. It burns itself out faster. A successful prescribed fire, sometimes also referred to as a controlled fire, removes the hazardous level of fuel in a given area. Unplanned wildfires have a greater risk of being destructive because the accumulation of vegetation serves as the fuel for these hotter, faster-moving fires. Murphy says Flagler County's goal with prescribed fire in Princess Place Preserve is to restore natural fire back into ecosystems and remove the hazardous fuels. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Some people like to go to a traditional college or university, so this may not be for them.
Brian Bauman, Strategic Partnerships Manager Military Outreach for the Southeast for Western Governors University, is in Jacksonville, but he covers the Southeast U.S. in recruiting students and veterans. He says WGU is not your traditional place of higher learning.
It's competency-based, which is a non-traditional method. So as you demonstrate mastery of the material, you can move on. So we're not tied to time. We're tied to standard and mastery.
Veterans on Point is on WNZF on Sunday mornings at 9:30, and it's podcasted on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, piling on the courses. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.